From bustling city centers to quiet suburban streets, a familiar green siren beckons millions worldwide each day. Starbucks, a name synonymous with coffee, has grown into a global phenomenon, seemingly always within reach. But how did a small, unassuming coffee shop transform into such an omnipresent force? This isn't just a story about selling coffee, it's a narrative of ambition, vision, and the redefinition of a daily ritual, turning a simple beverage into a global lifestyle and crafting one of the world's most recognizable brands. Our story begins in 1971, not with lattes or frappuccinos, but with whole coffee beans. Three friends, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Boker, opened the first Starbucks store in Seattle's historic Pike Place market. Their inspiration stemmed from a desire to offer high-quality, freshly roasted coffee beans to their community. It was a modest start, focused purely on the raw ingredient, a far cry from the expansive menu we know today. The emphasis was on the bean, not the brew. The initial Starbucks business model was straightforward, selling premium whole bean coffee and brewing equipment. The founders were purists, dedicated to educating customers about the nuances of coffee and helping them prepare it perfectly at home. They envisioned Starbucks as a respected purveyor of fine coffee, a place where enthusiasts could find the best beans. This focus meant that prepared coffee beverages, like espresso or drip coffee, were not part of their core offering. It was a very specific niche, serving serious coffee connoisseurs. The trajectory of Starbucks shifted dramatically with the arrival of Howard Schultz in 1982. Hired as the director of retail operations and marketing, Schultz brought a different perspective. He wasn't just passionate about coffee, he was captivated by the experience surrounding it. He saw the potential for Starbucks to be more than a bean seller, envisioning a future where the company served not just the ingredients, but the entire coffee ritual itself. His entry marked a pivotal moment, introducing a dynamic new force to the company's existing foundation. A pivotal moment occurred in 1983 during Schultz's trip to Milan, Italy. There, he observed the vibrant Italian coffee bars, where espresso was not merely a drink, but a central part of daily social life. He saw people gathering, socializing, and creating a community around coffee. This was a profound revelation. Coffee could be a catalyst for human connection, an integral part of a sophisticated lifestyle. He was captivated by the atmosphere, the sound of the espresso machines, and the easy camaraderie among patrons. This experience planted a powerful seed for Starbucks' future. Schultz returned from Milan with a revolutionary concept: to transform Starbucks into a third place. This wasn't just a physical location, it was an idea. If home was the first place, and work was the second, then the third place would be a welcoming, comfortable environment where people could relax, socialize, or work outside their usual routines. This third place would offer a sense of community, warmth, and belonging, all centered around the enjoyment of coffee. It aimed to elevate coffee from a mere commodity, a raw material bought and sold, to an integral part of a lifestyle. Despite Schultz's passionate vision, the Starbucks founders were initially resistant. Their concerns were understandable. Introducing prepared espresso beverages seemed to diverge from their established mission of selling whole beans and equipment. They feared that serving drinks would dilute their purist brand identity, create logistical complexities, and fundamentally alter the company culture they had meticulously built. This internal tension represented a classic business dilemma, honoring foundational principles versus embracing bold innovation for future growth. It was a crucial crossroads for the young company. Convinced of his vision, but unable to sway the founders, Howard Schultz made a difficult decision. In 1986, he left Starbucks to establish his own coffeehouse chain called Il Giornale. This venture was a direct manifestation of his Milan inspiration, focusing on serving Italian-style espresso beverages in a social, welcoming environment. It was a risky move, demonstrating his unwavering belief that Americans would embrace a more experiential approach to coffee. Il Giornale was his opportunity to prove the third-place concept could thrive independently, outside Starbucks' existing framework. Schultz's gamble paid off. Il Giornale quickly found success, proving that there was indeed a significant market for Italian-style espresso drinks and the social coffeehouse experience in America. The rapid growth of Il Giornale's outlets demonstrated that consumers were ready for more than just brewing beans at home. They craved an inviting atmosphere and expertly prepared beverages. This success was a powerful validation of Schultz's third-place vision, laying the groundwork for an even grander future and demonstrating the immense potential for a different kind of coffee business. In 1987, a momentous opportunity arose. The original Starbucks founders decided to sell their company, and Howard Schultz, leveraging the success of Il Giornale and securing investor backing, seized the chance. He purchased Starbucks for $3.8 million, a significant sum at the time, especially for a company with a relatively small footprint. This acquisition was the true birth of the modern Starbucks. Schultz merged his Il Giornale operations into the Starbucks brand, transforming the company he once worked for into the vehicle for his global vision. It was a full-circle moment, uniting the original quality with the new experience. Upon acquiring Starbucks, Schultz became its CEO. He made a crucial strategic decision. Rather than continuing with the Il Giornale name, he rebranded his entire operation under the Starbucks banner. This move cleverly leveraged the established recognition and legacy of the original Starbucks name, while infusing it with his expanded vision for coffeehouses. The iconic green siren logo, a nod to Seattle's maritime history, became the new face of this transformed company. This strategic rebranding signaled a new era, blending heritage with an innovative approach to coffee retail and lifestyle. Under Schultz's leadership, the Starbucks experience became the cornerstone of the brand. It was meticulously crafted to be more than just a transaction. The experience encompassed high-quality ingredients, from carefully sourced coffee beans to premium milk, skilled baristas trained to make a perfect drink and offer excellent customer service, and inviting store designs that created a warm, comfortable third place. Every detail, from the aroma to the background music, was designed to evoke a specific feeling, ensuring consistency and a sense of familiarity, no matter where a customer encountered a Starbucks. Starbucks played a pivotal role in pioneering what became known as latte culture across North America and beyond. Before Starbucks, espresso-based drinks like lattes, cappuccinos, and macchiatos were relatively niche. Starbucks made them accessible, understandable, and desirable to a mass audience. By simplifying the ordering process and standardizing the drinks, they demystified complex coffee terms. This cultural shift transformed coffee consumption, introducing millions to a richer, creamier, and more diverse range of coffee experiences than they had ever known, creating new habits and expectations around coffee. With a successful model in hand, Starbucks embarked on an aggressive strategy of rapid expansion. This wasn't merely opening more stores, it was about establishing a ubiquitous presence, ensuring the Starbucks experience was readily available. To fuel this ambitious growth, the company became publicly traded in 1992. An initial public offering, or IPO, allows a company to sell shares to the public, raising significant capital for expansion. This financial milestone provided the resources necessary to scale their operations, build infrastructure, and accelerate their journey from regional success to national, then global, dominance. The expansion strategy proved incredibly effective. By the year 2000, Starbucks had grown from its single Seattle store to over 3,500 locations worldwide. This marked a significant achievement, solidifying its presence across continents and establishing it as a major international player. Each new store further amplified its brand recognition and spread the Starbucks experience to diverse cultures. This exponential growth in less than 3 decades underscored the universal appeal of its offerings and the effectiveness of its disciplined approach to consistent quality and experience. The growth didn't stop there. Over the next 2 decades, Starbucks continued its relentless expansion. By 2020, the number of Starbucks stores globally had soared to over 32,000. This staggering figure illustrates the company's unprecedented success in creating a ubiquitous brand. This widespread presence meant that the Starbucks experience was no longer a novelty but a staple in many urban and suburban landscapes, from North America to Asia. It reflects a brand that had successfully integrated itself into the daily routines and lifestyles of millions, across countless different cultures. A key to Starbucks' global success was its willingness to adapt to local tastes and cultural nuances. While maintaining its core identity, Starbucks understood that a one-size-fits-all approach wouldn't work everywhere. A prime example is its expansion into China, a country with a deeply ingrained tea culture. Starbucks didn't just impose coffee, it strategically integrated larger, more communal seating areas, recognized the importance of family gatherings, and introduced local food offerings to cater to Chinese preferences. This flexibility allowed the brand to resonate with new audiences, making it feel both global and local simultaneously. Beyond its products and locations, Starbucks built an incredibly powerful and recognizable brand identity. The green siren logo became instantly synonymous with coffee globally, a visual shorthand understood across languages and cultures. Their recognizable cups, often carried as a fashion statement, further cemented this identity. Even the unique names for sizes, tall, grande, venti, became part of the brand's mystique, creating a lexicon unique to Starbucks. This meticulous brand building elevated coffee from a mere beverage to a lifestyle accessory, a symbol of modern, on-the-go living. It's a prime example of how consistent branding creates loyalty. Ultimately, Starbucks didn't just sell coffee, it sold an entire lifestyle. It transformed coffee from a simple, often functional, commodity into a premium product associated with sophistication, convenience, and a certain social cachet. Going to Starbucks became an experience, a treat, a daily ritual, or a place to belong. This transformation transcended mere consumption, embedding coffee deeply into people's personal and professional routines. It taught an entire generation to appreciate specialty coffee and created a cultural expectation for accessible, high-quality, customized beverages served in a welcoming environment. Central to the third-place concept was cultivating a sense of community. Starbucks actively fostered an environment where people felt comfortable lingering, meeting friends, or even working alone. The friendly barista, the inviting music, the comfortable seating, all contributed to a feeling of belonging. This focus on human connection created a loyal customer base that felt an emotional attachment to the brand, not just its products. It transformed thousands of individual stores into local hubs, gathering places where coffee served as the glue for social interaction, reinforcing the idea of a global, yet intimate, village. Starbucks' legacy is profound. It didn't invent coffee, nor was it the first coffee shop, but it irrevocably changed how the world consumes and perceives coffee. It popularized espresso-based drinks, standardized the coffeehouse experience, and proved that a premium, consistent offering could scale globally. The company set a new benchmark for coffee retail, inspiring countless competitors and influencing the entire industry. Its enduring impact lies in its success in transforming a simple agricultural product into a sophisticated, personalized, and universally recognized lifestyle experience, making coffee a daily luxury accessible to many. From a modest store in Seattle selling beans, Starbucks grew into a global empire, redefining coffee and establishing itself as a cultural touchstone. Its journey is a testament to the power of a clear vision, relentless execution, and the ability to connect with consumers on an emotional level. As Starbucks continues to evolve, facing new challenges and opportunities in a rapidly changing world, its core mission, to inspire and nurture the human spirit, remains. The small coffee shop that dared to dream bigger truly transformed coffee into a global lifestyle, a story still brewing.